Good to see you, Micaela.
You too.
So we're going to work on a dish that I've done for years and years. I wish I could remember the chef who showed me this because it's a fantastic dish. It is salmon en papillote. It's a traditional French preparation of salmon where we're going to use parchment paper and create a little cooking vessel inside of that parchment paper.
Okay.
So we're going to jump right in. The first thing we like to do is that we're going to draw on this paper. We'll see how I do. Something along those lines like that, okay? Cool. Now, if you pass me the scissors.
Sure.
This is a really, really nice dish. It's healthy. You get a lot of those omega-3s in there from the salmon. You know, that good kind of fat.
Yes.
And
brain power.
That's right. And in observation of Ash Wednesday, we're going to do it two different ways. One, I'm going to use a little butter, which would be a traditional method of doing it. And the other one we'll use olive oil, which will have no land animal products in it at all. All right, I'm back. I went on a long adventure overseas to the Faroe Islands to get some salmon. See the nice fat in there. All right. So this turns into a little bit of an origami project also, which is really cool. I've taught this particular dish in a couple classes. Some people get it, some people don't, but don't let that discourage you because there are methods that you don't have to just fold the paper. All right, we're gonna place the salmon on this side of the parchment. All right, always season along the way. Every dish we do, we're seasoning. Salt and pepper. This is kosher salt and black pepper. I always have a little mix around my kitchen and my kitchen at home. I feel good about that. You can do this without sodium if you wanted. You can do it without the addition of animal fat. You can do it without, you know, or add different things. It's really, really versatile. Okay, we're going to do some fresh lemon. This adds the acidity we're looking for and a really nice effervescence when we do open this bag back up. I'm going to remove a couple of these seeds so they're not a concern for us as we move through this dish.
Okay, so you just lay them right on top?
We're going to lay it right on top. This is about as simple as it gets. Once you understand how this dish works, you can make lots of them. You can certainly make them the night before if you're doing a dinner party. Absolutely. All right, so this one, we're going to put a little butter on, and only a little bit. I don't need fat. You know, we're not frying. This is all going to get poached and steamed right inside the bag. So this one's going to have a little butter. This one's going to have a little olive oil. I'm just going to drizzle a little right over top. It's adding that fat. I mean, fat is richness. It is flavor. So it's hard to avoid that when you want something that's really yummy and tasty.
But again, you're not putting that much.
No, so very little. Very little. All right, so we're doing fresh rosemary. Right on that one. We're going to do fresh rosemary. This one's a little large. Right on this one. Okay? The next thing I like to add, and we do that in a lot of our cooking, is a little white wine. So I have just a little white wine in here. That extra moisture that really helps poach this, sort of poach and steam it in its own natural juices, which is great.
This is just cooking white wine.
Just cooking white wine. Nothing too fancy, but it gets the job done. Okay, so this is the part that becomes a little challenging. It is, like I mentioned before, this is an origami project. So, I'm going to fold this in half. I'm going to make straight folds, straight up the paper. This, until we get to the bottom of the fish here. And then I'm going to make slight little turns and folds like this. I just keep folding over top of its last fold so it keeps locking in the paper. I'm going to fold and fold and fold. What we're going to do is lock this in.
Now you make that look very easy, but
well,
this is a few times.
This is probably the 3,000th time that I've made this fold on a piece of salmon and parchment paper. All right, I'm going to run my nail back over this, lock it in. Now, I wouldn't say it's airtight, but it's pretty tight. It's going to keep that moisture in there, and it will steam. It'll puff and steam on its own. Okay, so you say, I can't do this. There's no way I can do this, but I really want to experience this at home. Okay? So, here's what I'm going to suggest to you. You're going to fold it like this. Make just a couple folds, on your own, sort of roll it up. What you think, throw a couple staples in it. 1, 2, 3, 4 staples.
Okay.
Here is the very important thing. If you do this at home, if you put 4 staples in your bag, make sure you take 4 staples out before you serve it, okay? Nobody's
you don't want
interested.
staples in your stomach.
Nobody wants to eat staples, all right? So, and I do not officially endorse that statement of stapling. I'm actually going to label this bag with a little B, just so I know this one has butter in it.
Okay.
All right? It is very challenging to overcook these. If you have them in for 12 minutes, that's probably a pretty fair time. All right, here they go in the oven. It's cranking. Woo, it's hot. Get these in, leave them alone for a little bit. We'll come back and check them out. All right, we're gonna throw a little side dish on with this salmon papillote. I'm gonna do some crispy fried potatoes to go with it. I have found over the years and in the restaurant, the best way to make crispy fried potatoes are from baked potatoes from the day before. So I have a baked potato here. I'm gonna cube it up. We're gonna throw it in the fryer, get it crispy, toss it in a little olive oil and our house steak seasoning. Fryer, 350. You can do this at home in a small pan with just a little oil in there.
Now, when you fry potatoes on the pan, high heat, medium heat, or low heat?
Always a medium heat. You can always go up, but you don't want to go into smoking hot oil. That'll burn your product. So this is 350 degrees. Really, the best way would be with a thermometer to gauge the temperature. All right, let's check them out. Doing good. They're getting golden brown, just like you like. We're gonna let them ride. We want them crispy. All right, stand back. There's some steam going on.
Smells delicious.
Yeah, this is what we're looking at here. See the puff? That means our bag is working.
Okay.
See the brown? So all the moisture and steam is staying right inside that bag. There we go. That's exactly what we want to see. A couple more minutes and we're all set. All right, here we are, finishing it all up.
Okay,
Crispy
ready.
potatoes. Look at the color on those. They are crispy.
They look delicious.
Olive oil. A little of our steak seasoning. Onion, garlic, salt, pepper, and dry thyme.
Smells good too.
Simple.
Look at that bag.
So we know that the steam has stayed in there because the bag is puffed up. Smell it.
Smells so good.
Cool, right? So we'll open this bag up a little bit.
Look at the sizzling.
Yeah.
Oh.
We got some good caramelization on there. The lemon helps with that. A little of the sugar and the lemon.
You can see all the
Hold it all back. That's all right, because we're going to get into there anyway.
Look at that.
Can you smell it?
I can. It smells delicious.
All right, we got it fully presented on the plate. Dig in,
I'm
try
ready.
and bite. Absolutely.
It's so good. Really can taste the wine that makes a little difference in it, right? And the rosemary.
Yeah, but I love the color inside.
Yeah.
It stays like super moist. It's like, it comes out perfectly cooked.
That's because of the bag, right?
It's because of holding all that moisture in there. It steams and poaches in its own flavors.
Potato.